Hi, and welcome to the second DrumeoEDGE member co-op. Today we're going to be addressing some issues that Jester, Casey, and Alexa had, and hopefully you guys are in for a treat. I'm sorry it took so long to get this filmed. Unfortunately, extenuating circumstances around the house, crazy as it is. But I worked out some things for the three of you that hopefully you will really enjoy. So let's go ahead and start off with Jester first, who is having trouble with paradiddles. Not so much executing the paradiddle, but executing the paradiddle at speed. So here's a couple of exercises. I know you don't have that many on the sheet, but the first one is actually very dynamic when you think in terms of how it's going to be applied. The best thing that I've taken away from Drumeo and from our instructors is that a lot of these rudiments that we're doing, well, all of these rudiments that we're doing, the note values still apply. So if you're doing a paradiddle, you're still doing 4 beats, okay? Your 4 hits with your hands. And the best way to conceptualize that is to look at it as compared to a single stroke roll, okay? If you can get your paradiddle to line up with your single stroke roll, then you have essentially become a journeyman at paradiddles. You will not be a master because Mike McCalcow owns the paradiddles. I've seen his videos. The man is mythic at his speed for paradiddles. So maybe one day you'll overtake him. If you do, that's amazing, but good luck because it's going to take a lot of work. But anyway, so let's get started on the first exercise for you, and let's see if we can maybe bring you up at least a good 20 beats per minute. That's our goal. Let's go up 20 beats. That'll be great. All right. Okay, the next student we're dealing with is Casey, and according to her plea for help, she was having difficulties keeping her single stroke, essentially roll with her feet, past 100 beats per minute. I think she said that she went to like 8 bars at a time, and then it just fell to pieces. And this much I've learned from the bass drumming system. Plug, get that, it's awesome. Most of the time when you have difficulties with double bass, a lot of the time it's because of the weaker foot, which for most people is the left foot, unless you're a lefty and backwards. I don't know how to think in those terms, but most of the time it's the weaker foot. So that's kind of what I thought would be a good thing to focus on. If you can build up your speed with your left foot, and you can build up the coordination between your left foot and your right foot, you shouldn't have very much trouble pushing the boundaries of your speed with both feet together. So I've got 3 different exercises for you, and let's see if we can start it off and figure out maybe a good pace to start you at. Let's start at probably around 80 beats per minute, and we're going to work up from there. Okay, Casey, the first exercise I'm going to have you do, and I'll go ahead and apologize beforehand. I've been working with Finale, and I cannot figure out how to make the second bass drum, the left foot bass drum, like lower on the measure than everything else. It goes to a certain point and it cuts off. So the very bottom bar on your measure is the left foot bass drum. I apologize. There's really nothing I can do about it. Unfortunately, I could not figure it out. But anyway, so when you see this in the notation, you'll know what it means. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to go 16th notes, and we're going to trade off on each foot. We're going to start with the left foot, go to the right foot, go to the left foot, go to the right foot again. And you're going to do, of course, four pulses of those each to make a 4/4. Anyway, the second thing that I'm going to have you do is we're basically going to do a skank beat from Metal Blast Beats, which I know you're not going to be playing more than likely, unless you may have an affinity for metal. Who knows? I've never really spoken to you about that. But you'll be ready for it when this does happen. But essentially what it's going to do is it's going to get your hands and feet coordinated, but it's also going to have you thinking on your feet, to excuse the pun, and it's going to have you trading up between left foot and right foot, and it should be pretty interesting. It'll be a fun exercise regardless, and it'll definitely help you build speed up. And then the last one is it's going to be remarkably simple, maybe, and it's just going to be trading between 16th notes and 32nd notes on your feet, which it's going to be scaled down, of course, for speed, because I don't think many people do 32nd notes on their feet unless they're inhuman and extremely fast, like Sean Lang. There's another plug for one of our Drumeo instructors. But let's take these to the kit and see if we can make some magic happen with our feet. Okay, finally we have Alexa, who's having trouble with the train beat, which is a staple of country music and something I'm familiar with because I've played country music for a little while. The best way that I can explain this is that it's just working with accents. And once we take these 3 exercises that I have here and break them down, you'll actually see that it's not as complicated as it sounds. It's just that they're executing these things at a moderate pace. And what we'll have to do is we're going to have to, first of all, make sure that you can put the accents in the right places, and then start building the speed from there until it sounds the way that it's supposed to. And I think that we'll probably work with brushes on this one, just, you know, to keep the noise level down, and so you'll be able to hear and feel the accents a little bit better. And then we're going to trade off when we get to the very last exercise, and we're going to put in the traditional footwork exercise, basically, that goes along with most of these train beats. And that's going to be alternating between the kick drum and closing the hi-hats with your foot. And we're going to try to put all of that together for the final one, and then we'll see exactly, you know, how it sounds, and hopefully that will be the train beat that you're looking for. I know that you don't really play country per se, that you play more rockabilly stuff, so I'm hoping that this will be around what you're looking for. If not, you can always get in contact with me, and I'll see if I can figure something else out to explain it better, if I can. So let's take these things to the kit and see if we can make it happen. So we've made it to the end. Congratulations to the three of you. Hopefully you've taken something away from this. If so, then I've done my job. That's what I set out to do. If there are any kind of questions or things that you didn't understand from where I explained my best, these exercises that I made up for you guys, feel free to contact me most people, I think, yeah, all of you guys have my Facebook information because it's somewhere on my profile in one of these directions, wherever it's at. And that way you can get in contact with me. Also here on the forums, in this thread, as a matter of fact, or topic as it's called here, or you can send me a personal message here on Drumeo, and I will try my best to figure out anything that you throw at me. If it's a beginner to intermediate, anything further than that, I'm not going to be able to help you with. I'm still a beginner myself. So, but again, thank you guys for the support. Unfortunately, this will be my last co-op for a while because I'm starting school back next week, and that's going to be 4 months where I'm probably going to be a ghost. So anyone else that wants to take the reins and start doing this to help out our other members, they're more than welcome to do that. And they have my definite seal of approval on that. So again, thank you guys. Y'all have been great, and we'll see you next time. And then Crook makes me have an uncomfortable silence and pause. Dinosaurs doing in the nasty.
Ew.
Okay, the next student that we're dealing with is
a car
in a race car. Is the Stig. Some.
What is it?
It's a car. I spy with my little eye something white.
Okay.
It's a car. I totally forgot to say my thing.
What thing?
I'm Mikey Mayhem, and you're not. I totally forgot to do that. That was going to be my shtick.
You can tack it on.
Maybe in the post edit, because we have so much money to afford fancy stuff like that. I almost said a bad word. Okay.